Hello everyone and welcome to Whiteboard Requests. My name is Aldrin Guerrero and this time we are teaching you Till There Was You as featured in Music Man and also covered by The Beatles. So this is one of my favorite tunes, one of my favorite covered tunes by The Beatles and one of my favorite songs in general. It's got some nice chord progressions in there and a very fun kind of roll strumming pattern that we have. So let's get right down to it, shall we? First off, we're going to show you the chords. The first chord you're going to learn is an F chord. Your middle finger goes in the G string, 2nd fret, pointer finger on the E string, 1st fret. Now, this next chord might be new to some of you, but it's nice and simple. It's an F sharp diminished. Now, I say simple because I'm going to break it down like this for you folks. You're going to use these 3 fingers, your middle, ring, and pinky finger, as if you were to play a G7 chord shape. Just like this. You know, your G7 right there, you're going to play it right on there instead. So just 1 fret up so that your ring finger goes on the C string 3rd fret, middle finger goes on the E string 2nd fret, and pinky finger goes on the A string 3rd fret. Now your pointer finger goes all the way up and reaches for the 2nd fret. So it's actually 2, 3, 2, 3. That's your F sharp diminished. That's kind of how I like to approach my diminished chords. So whenever I see a diminished chord, I don't get intimidated by it because I know that it's basically just a G7 chord shape with my pointer finger right at the top. F sharp diminished. All right, next up we have a G minor. Middle finger goes on the C string 2nd fret, ring finger on the E string 3rd fret, pointer finger on the A string 1st fret. Next up, we have a B flat minor 7, pointer finger bars the 1st fret. Here we have a variation of our A minor chord. I know it looks a little bit different from the A minor that you're used to, but it looks pretty much the same as our G minor chord. So if you know how to play your G minor chord, just like how we learned earlier, we're just going to scooch that up all the way to the 3rd fret so that your middle finger goes on the C string 4th fret, ring finger E string 5th fret, pointer finger A string 3rd fret. Last on this page, we have an F7 chord. So we're going to start off with our F chord, middle finger G string 2nd fret, pointer finger E string 1st fret, and we're going to add our ring finger on the C string 3rd fret. All right, so we got a whole nother row of chords for you. It's going to be a lot, but it's not too bad, right? Next up, we have a B flat chord. Pointer finger is going to play the E and A strings on the 1st fret, middle finger C string 2nd fret, ring finger G string 3rd fret. Next up, we have our Hawaiian D7. Middle finger goes in the G string 2nd fret, ring finger E string 2nd fret. All right, now we're going to get down to some chords that you might not be familiar with, like D augmented. So the best way that I can explain this is remember our G minor chord, all right? All you're going to do is you're going to take your ring finger and just going to scoot it right in the back so that's on the 2nd fret, like so. So your middle finger, C string 2nd fret, ring finger E string 2nd fret, and your pointer finger on the A string 1st fret. So if you were to play your D chord like this with your 3 fingers, just imagine your pointer finger goes down here on the A string 1st fret. Or just from your G minor, move it down like this. That's your D augmented. Nice. A nice chord like that is going to give this song some character. Okay, next up we have an actual G7 chord. So your middle finger, C string 2nd fret, pointer finger, E string 1st fret, ring finger, A string 2nd fret. Next up we have a C7 chord, pointer finger goes in the A string 1st fret. Nice and simple. And here's the awesome belly flop right here. Ring finger A string 3rd fret, pointer finger G string 1st fret. That's your C augmented chord. I'm gonna land on that. We're gonna just belly flop on it. So it's gonna be like this. From the C7 to the C augmented. The Isn't that beautiful chord? Right on. Okay, so we have a couple more chords for you. That's pretty much the chords we're going to be using throughout the whole song, but right at the end, we're going to be using these two chords right here. First up is an E chord. I know some of you folks are intimidated by this, but I'm going to break it down like this. Pointer finger barring the 2nd fret, ring finger the top 3 strings on the 4th fret, like so. It just takes a little bit of practice, but keep at it. You're going to get it sooner or later. Here we go. E chord. I like to use my middle finger to just support my ring finger on there, just so that it stays in place. And I like to kind of lift up this part of my ring finger and keep the top part down to hold the top 3 strings with my middle finger like this. Just kind of support it. That helps me hold that E chord a little bit better. All right, and last but definitely not least is our C sharp chord. Pointer finger is going to be barring the 1st fret, and pinky finger goes on the A string 4th fret. Or you can use your ring finger if it can reach there, but most of the time I like to use my pinky. Nice. That chord's going to give us some character as well, all right? So those are your chords for Till There Was You. I know it's a lot, but let's try to make up for it with a nice little strumming pattern here. The strumming pattern, we haven't seen this R in a long time. So it's down, roll up, down, roll up, down, roll up, down, up. So let's play that on our F chord. It goes like this. Down, roll up, down, roll up, down, roll up, down, roll up, down, up. So it's just like your normal down, down, up, down, up, but then with a nice little roll on that 2nd beat. You can swing it too. Did a nice little feel, okay? So here is the chord pattern. So the chord pattern goes with the verse. So let's take a look at the verse first. Let's take a look at that first line. So F sharp diminished, G minor to B flat minor 7. So it goes like this. Each one is going to get one of these strumming patterns. So F, then F sharp diminished, G minor, B flat minor 7. Okay, one more time. F sharp diminished, G minor, B flat minor 7. And we're going to start off with the F chord. So just a nice little half strumming pattern. So that down, roll up. And I'm going to do an open chord on the up. And then reach my A minor chord here. And you see that arrow? What that means is we're just going to slide down to our G minor chords. It goes like this. So it goes like this. One more time. So let's do it slow. So it's that down, roll up, down, down, down. And then C7. And then the end of that verse chords are F, then G minor, C7, just to bring us back. So think of this part just like a turnaround, okay? So our turnaround is F, G minor, C7. So F, G minor, C7. So let's try that whole thing out. So it goes F sharp diminished, G minor, B flat minor 7, and then F, A to G minor, C7, F, then G minor, C7, and then it goes right back to another verse, all right? So for the chorus, before we get to the chorus, remember we learned an F7 chord? So right here, instead of playing the G minor to C7, we're just going to use F to the F7. So we're going to skip that G minor C7 and just substitute an F7 there instead. Then there was music. And then that's our chorus part. It goes to B flat. Then there was music. Then B flat minor 7. then to the F, D7. One more time, let's try that out. 1, 2, ready, B flat. B flat minor 7, then to F, D7. Okay, and then it goes to G minor. And just like that top part right there is gonna get just a half strumming pattern to the D augmented. See what I did there from the G minor? Remember I gave you that little hint there? So G minor to the D augmented to the G7 to the C7 and then to the C augmented and U. Okay, so let's try out the whole chorus. It goes like this. From the F7. Then there was music. B flat minor 7 to the F, D7, G minor, D augmented, G7 to the C7, then C augmented, then back to verse, then F sharp diminished. All right, so that's pretty much the entire song. Now, I said we're gonna be using E and C sharp for the ending, so let me just kind of tell you how to do the ending really quick. So it goes like this. It's gonna start up with the C till. So we're gonna get a half strum once again on the C, then E, then back to C. So half on C, half on E, then C again. So it goes like this. Till. And then there was you on the F, there was you. And then C sharp, then F, and N. So here's the ending. It goes like this. Till. So nice and simple. If you don't want to be that fancy, of course, you can just always end it with a turnaround of F, G minor, and C7. So you can do that as well. All right. Now, there's a small little picking part in the Beatles version right in the beginning. It's a nice and simple little picking part that you guys can do, and it starts off with your F chord, but with our ring finger on the A string 3rd fret. So it goes like this. And then open A string, and then E string 2nd fret. I like to use my middle finger there because I'm just gonna play that 2nd fret once again, slide it up to the 3rd fret, then A string 1st fret, back to the E string 3rd fret, open C string, 2nd fret, open E string, then to, let's play our F chord with our left hand, but only play the E string 1st fret, and then strum it again with our F chord and with the A string 3rd fret included. So far we have. And then from there, just gonna repeat it again. Open A string, E string 2nd fret, then 2nd fret to the 3rd fret slide, A string 1st fret, E string 3rd fret, open C string, 2nd fret, open E string, then E string 1st fret. So it sounds like this. And it's up to you to kind of stylize it a little bit. What I like to do is I like to kind of cut it short on that F chord. Or you can just let it ring if you want. But what I like to do is I like to just kind of take my pinky, just really quick stop that. Like so. All right, so that's all you need to know in order to play Till There Was You by well, this version's by the Beatles, but it's off of The Music Man. All right, so hope you guys have enjoyed this. This is Aldrin Guerrero. If you guys want more, head on down to ukuleleunderground.com where we have tons more for you. And also, while you're there, sign up for UU Plus to take your ukulele playing to the next level. This is Aldrin Guerrero once again. I'll see you next time. Aloha.